Okay, so it's a Tuesday. Not really that long since my last video. Feels like a long time though. I'm doing much better now. Jet lag really distorts time though. Sunday wasn't that bad, just felt a little long. I slept a bit Saturday night. Didn't sleep as much Sunday night. Monday, got home at about 7, laid down, was going to take a 10-minute nap. My friend Ian called. He said, "You want to go to Bambino for pizza?" It's this little place over on Chiodori, between, it's right on the north side of the street, between Morinomiya Station and Midoribashi Station. They could use the business. They're just opened up in April. Good pizza place. Everything's handmade. But I said, I need to take a nap, maybe in a half hour or so. He said, well, maybe another time, because he was already almost there. So I fell asleep and didn't wake up until 5 in the morning. Got a good solid 10 hours. And I wouldn't have gotten up then if I didn't have to write a report. So I got up, I wrote my report, went to work. My division chief was having issues with me today. He told me I had to write an expense sheet, and I said, I don't know how to write the expense sheet. Can you give me a sample? Kind of teach me how to do it. And he grumbled something about, well, I told you to do it last time. I didn't remember this. And so he's like, well, if you want, I'll send you the email again. And I look and I find the email, and it jogs my memory. And first of all, the email doesn't have a sample attached to it, so I still don't know how to do it. But it says, this takes some time, and you don't have to do it today. You can do it after today. But please write an expense sheet. And that jogged my memory. I was thinking back to before the trip, and he said, you normally need to do a budget, but this time doesn't matter, and you'll have to do an expense sheet afterwards. Don't worry, I'll teach you how. So I was never taught how, and I was never given an example. I was just told to do it at some point, but not that day, to do it afterwards. And that was probably, it was also after a trip when I came back jet-lagged and probably was having trouble finding my feet and busy writing reports on how the trip went. A lot like this week. So he was really mad at me. It was kind of obnoxious. And granted, he's really busy. He's forgetful on things. He's doing the work of 2 people these days, I think. But it suits him. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. He was very frustrated with me. At one point when I said, there are things that I don't understand. You gotta go slow with me sometimes because it's in Japanese. And his response was almost trying to be under his breath. He was like, yeah, a lot. Just rude. So apparently I don't understand a lot. But this afternoon I get a phone call from the head office. My first thought was, what'd I screw up now? It's just one of those days, everything's going wrong. Instead, it was someone asking me for tech support. And I was wondering why the guy was asking me. He does a lot of the tech stuff anyways, but he was asking me so he could explain it to someone else. Why he's asking the foreigner, I don't know. It was questions about the IP address for the computer. And I noticed the girl in the back of the room on the phone a few minutes later going, I don't know where that is. So I went over and helped her. Kind of different that I had a different version of Windows than she did. So I helped with hers, and then I ended up helping with the Mac computer next to it, and then they called back and had me find the internet address or the IP address on another computer. So I can't do reports real well, but they called the foreigner for tech support, even though I can't read most of the commands on the screen and I just guess. I think a lot of Japanese people are afraid to guess. Even when going, is it this folder on the computer? Goes back to, actually, that's just like my junior high students. Oh no, what if I get it wrong? Doesn't matter. You can hit the back button. So, it was a perturbing day, to say the least. But, did get to go swimming tonight. Feeling better. Wow, feeling riled up. It's 9:15. I don't want to sleep. Not that I'd go to sleep at 9:15 anyways, but I feel like this energy is going to last way too long. I'm going to have to take sleeping medication again. And get up for office cleaning day tomorrow. Not sure if I've told you about that yet. One day a week, we have office cleaning day. If I have told you about this, then it's the jet lag making it so I don't remember. or 1 day a week I have office cleaning day. And right now mine's Wednesdays, I'm pretty sure. Don't think it's changed while I was on a business trip. Okay. But someone else has it on Mondays and someone else has it on Fridays right now, and we rotate. We all do the same things. We vacuum, we wipe down the desks. It really takes about 10 minutes. But you show up at 8 in the morning. Work technically starts at 9. So you show up an hour early to do cleaning. It really could be done once a week. Be fine. Do a good job once a week and be fine. But that would mean that we'd be on different rotations where someone actually didn't go. And because everyone needs to do this, be doing the same thing, it needs to be equal. We all need to have that, every week. And everyone wants Mondays because you have to be there at 8:30 for the morning meeting anyways. You get your cleaning done, you got about 10 minutes to hang around, maybe start up your computer, check your email before we start the morning meeting. So that's nice. Fridays are the worst. I mean, some people are like, oh, they're great because I'm always on business trips and I don't have to ever do anything. That's fine for them. Getting up an hour early to go to work makes going out on Friday night that much harder. But really, it's it doesn't have to be done all the time, but they don't want anyone to be on break from it. That really, they don't say this, but I think the philosophy is everyone must suffer equally. And I know someone's going to ask, why don't they hire a cleaning staff? Well, they have a cleaning staff for the building, but we only rent one floor. Cleaning staff cleans the stairwells and the bathrooms, and the little kitchen area a little bit. But they never actually clean the offices because I think that's a security issue or something of that sort. So they make sure that we do it. Which actually probably means that they just don't want to pay for it. Or maybe this is like so many other things, that it's a team spirit building activity. I had a professor in university who said that he did an anthropology project where he worked at a train station for 2 years in Tokyo. And they used to cut the grass in the train station. They'd cut it by hand every week. He said, why don't you get a weed whacker? It's a team building effort. It's part of the, bringing us together. Or being cheap, I don't know. It's really good, they have us great salaried employees in there to build our team spirit at an hour early, an hour before we should start work, wiping down the desks. That's why I got a 4-year degree at university. I'm feeling feisty about it today. It's good that there's a beer party coming up in a couple weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's the corporate culture in Osaka, the Osaka Business Group, whatever, and they put together events. They bring you to plays or something. We went to Rakugo, which is a Japanese one-man comedy. It's terrible, by the way. The jokes are 100 years old. It's the same joke. It takes 5 minutes to tell. And it's a 100-year-old joke. One person does both voices for comedy acts or something. Most of it's hard to listen to. And we went bowling once. All these different events to bring the community together. For the most part, people say hi to each other a little, and then they sit with their own group and do their own things, drink quickly and leave, feel a little awkward. But this next one is actually a beer party, so we'll see how that goes. I think most people are going. I'm hoping, if I'm feeling as feisty as I am now on that night, I'm going to make sure not to drink anything. I say something inappropriate to someone who shouldn't hear it. Okay, I'm going to post this video real quick, and then clean up some more of my apartment and get some sleep. Alright, good.